YouTube tarot reader Lisa Lee has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Hi, I'm Lisa, a practicing liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience in helping people find guidance through the cards. On this channel I talk about all sorts of witchy, spooky and mystical things that interest me and I hope will interest you too. Welcome to Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. Put the microphone in front of your face, Lisa. Good evening everybody. Why am I all of sixes and sevens? Good evening everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. This is Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. I am Lisa, as it says in that little intro, as you've just heard, and we are live on the interwebs. Do not say fuck off, back up. No. I've just done it. I've just sworn already, and it's within the first 7 minutes, so I'm probably going to get told off by the YouTube algorithm. But you know what? We're live, so there. I've got bits of lavender and rosemary all over my tarot cloth, so I was just wiping them out the way. Anyway, good evening everybody. I hope you are well. By the looks of things, YouTube is still sending out the algorithm, and in fact, hopefully you're seeing it as free live tarot readings rather than free live tarot with an N on the end, tarotten, because you know that's what I wrote it as this morning, it being, you know, at like 6 o'clock this morning when I was setting it up, because we've just come back from, where did we just come back from? Lytham St Anne's. So I've just done an event in Lytham St Anne's. Why I don't understand why I'm not centered, and it's normally just there like that, isn't it? Anyway. Yes, we've just come back from Lytham St Anne's doing a tarot event. Ultra Ego Wisdom, good evening to you. Judy, good evening to you. Hang on, there we go, that one. Neil's here, good evening, Neil. You don't see the end. Thank you, Ultra Ego Wisdom. That means I changed it in time. Renata's here, good evening, Renata. Evening, everyone. Sorry, but not staying. I'm in bed with a heavy cold. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my darling. I hope you are well soon. I really do. So yeah, it's been manic. It's been absolutely manic this morning, getting up at crack of dawn, literally, and bless him, Rufus drove me all the way to Lytham, helped me set up, then he went round the shops locally to Lytham St Anne's, which I didn't know is next to Blackpool. like literally as we were driving home, like there's the fairground, there's the I don't know what the big one's called, the Big Dipper one. Evening, Holland's here as well, thank you, Holland. So I don't know what the big one's called. Is it, I don't know what it's called, the Big Dipper in Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So we came past there, we came past the tower. Well, not came past, we were like, there it is, and now we're going this way to go home. So yes, so that's how things were. It was quite a busy event, to start with, lots of really manic energy. And then 3 of us, I went to the loo and there was 2 other stall holders there. And we were like, right, let's just put up a canopy. Let's put up a shield. Let's like reduce the energy coming from overhead. Let's keep everything. So we did that. And then it was nice. And it was a really good day, a really good day. So yeah, I'm really glad I went. Hang on. I'm trying to get my hands in my pockets. So no, that's not the right pocket. Is it this one? Hang on. Oh no, it's not this pocket either. Where's my pocket? How was the vibe different from the last one? Oops, hang on. I've just dropped Wispy's crystal. Oh, there it is. Oh. It was very different. It was everything's falling off. Hang on a second. It was very warm, very, very friendly, very well. I say very friendly. There was a couple of other readers that didn't even say hello or acknowledge me, but you know, that's always going to be the case. So that's fine. I guess everybody's stepping on each other's toes and all of that business. But it was actually really, really lovely, really friendly, really nice. There were complete mix of stalls. Really nice, actually. Really, really enjoyed it. And I've already said to her that I think next year there's one in January, one in February, but I said I'll do the ones from March because the other 2 are like a bit too cold. Don't want to do that. But I even went to a store and I was looking at the earrings, and she said, because it was somebody that I'd done a reading for, she said, just take it. If you like a set of earrings, she said, just take one. She said, just have a set of earrings. And I was like, no, I'll pay for them. She went, no, just take a pair of earrings. So I even got another pair of earrings, which was lovely. So yeah, it was a good day. Rufus decided to go around B&M in Lytham, Poundland in Lytham, Iceland in Lytham, and said they were all disorganized. And he walked into Poundland, and he said it was like walking into your local TK Maxx. So that was good. Yeah, he said it was the most disorganized shop he's been in that wasn't a TK Maxx, with stock just put everywhere. And then, bless him, do you want to see the gift, the wonderful gift that Rufus brought me back? So have a guess, everybody. Have a guess what my lovely other half brought me back as a gift. Have a guess. If you prefer a private reading, well, Lisa, you can book one, but you forget how. Absolutely. You can go to up here, buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, or you can go to my website, which is beyonauthentic.co.uk, on the screen just there. So Rufus came back with a lovely cup of coffee, Costa, and I was like, oh, thank you. And a brand new Costa cup. Look, I haven't even seen this one before, and it's like purple and blue and like yellow and red. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I didn't see it at first, and I just saw like the back of it, and I was like, why has he bought me another coffee cup? Like, you know, I've got loads of coffee cups now. And then I turned it, and it's a Costa coffee cup. So it's like, oh, it's one for the collection. So yes. And it's still got coffee in it. So that's going to be my coffee for in a minute. So yeah, it was a really good day. Really glad I went. Really glad I did it. Didn't get any sleep last night. So I am literally running on fumes right now. But I think we're going to have a good evening. Hopefully we'll have a good evening. Do some lovely readings for some people. So then, enough chitter chatter about Lytham St Anne's and my day. I've still got my jacket on and everything. About Lytham St Anne's and my day. How is everybody doing? Good evening, Flower Beauty, popping in there in the live chat. How's everybody doing? I hope you are all well. I really, really do. Neil, I got the issue. I got the Halloween special issue of Necronomicon. I've read, to be fair, I've only read the double page intro sheet that you put in. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to reading it. I got it. It came through the post yesterday, and then I don't know what happened yesterday, but suddenly it's today. So yeah, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobblies. But anyway, we're going to crack on. Now, listen, everybody, if you're watching this on the live stream, do check out Holland. Are you doing a live after this? Do check out Curious Holland, because I think they are planning on doing a live. Oh, no. Sorry, that's on Halloween. Sorry, I've got confused myself. On Halloween, I'm doing a giveaway, and Holland is going to be doing a live stream for the first time after my live stream finishes at 9. So literally, I haven't said this yet to Holland, but Holland, if you want me to help mod, let me know, and I'll make sure I've got a microwave dinner that night. And it will literally be a case of finish my live stream, put my dinner in the microwave, put Rufus's dinner in the microwave, and then straight on the sofa with the tablet so I can help mod for you. So yeah, I will happily do that for you. You're horrified with what's happening in the world, don't want to watch the news anymore, feeling sick. Yeah, don't watch the news. I've stopped watching the news. I will daily, in the morning, I will wake up and I'll look at the BBC News and I'll scan the headlines and go, don't want to read any of that. Just so I know roughly what's happening. That gives me more than I need, unfortunately. But yes, so then, if you're here, you're probably wanting some tarot reading. So we are going to do some readings very soon. Now, if you do want a tarot reading, there are 2 ways to get it on this channel. The first way is you can send me a super chat. Is that right? That's the right word, isn't it? Yeah, super chat. Send a super chat, any amount, that will guarantee your reading. It will go straight up next. And if we get a few people super chatting, then it will automatically come through, get starred on my system, which is the best bit of it, because it comes up with a white on blue, so I can actually read it, and then you will get yours. Now, if lots of people super chat, it will basically we'll go through all of those first, and then we'll do the free readings. Now, what we do is we open up a round, okay? And there'll be a little video that plays every time the round is open. So that is your moment to put your question into the live chat. Start it with the word question, and then I will pick one of those at random, okay? Now, what I would say is, when you've typed it, select and copy your question, just in case you aren't picked, in which case, when we open the next round, you can do the same doodah and paste it. All of that, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes some sense. So, yes. Anya, good evening to Anya. Evening all, she says. Hello, Anya, my darling. I hope you are well. So, yes, it's going to be a good evening. I can feel it. My back is already hurting, so this might only go through to 8:30 tonight. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But as it says on the bottom of the screen, tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. If you are looking for advice in those areas, please seek out a professional. I am not a professional in those areas. So 2 ways, as I say, there's 2 ways to get a reading on this channel. But before you can even talk in the chat, you must be subscribed. So hit the subscribe button, and then you might as well dong your bell so that YouTube notifies you each and every time I go live, or each and every time I upload a video. So then, I did just mention about the October Halloween Spooktober Samhain giveaway. I've got a little video. Hi, I'm Lisa from Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. Make sure you join my Spooktober special live stream on the 31st of October at 7 p.m. UK time. As well as doing my usual accurate and authentic card readings, I'm also going to be doing a rather spectacular giveaway. So if you would like to be in with a chance of getting some very special treats, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you when I go live. Until then, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll see you on Halloween. I love that. I am very surprised that the Vincent Price bit from the Michael Jackson thing hasn't actually flagged it for copyright. I am very, very surprised. I put it up as a YouTube short and I had to put all these other sound effects in the background. I'm very surprised that it didn't get flagged. But anyway, there you go. There you go. So then, shall we start off with some tarot readings? Oh, Holland, thank you for the offer, Lisa. Still working out whether it's going to be a proper live or a premiere, but if it's a live, that would be great. Absolutely no problem. Oh, we can sort it out beforehand. Yeah, we'll sort it out. That cloak is Amaze Bob's. I know, right? I have had it for so long. Do you know the best thing about the cloak? Oh, where is it? The best thing is that it disappears of its own. It's a visible cloak. It's got 2 armholes. So you can put it round your shoulders and then do the usual thing where you've got your arms underneath. But it's also got 2 slits. So you put your arms through the cloak to actually move your hands and things. So, which is perfect if you're in ritual. You're not pulling a bloody cloak with the over the candles with a big, oh, it's so good. I love it so much. And I've got a bright red one as well. But yes, anyway, do go and check out. Thank you, Neil. I was about to promote that. Go and check out. We've just done a podcast. It's just come up with me, Neil, and Holland in the live chat there. Curious Holland. Now, what you might not know about Holland is that they've actually got an Etsy shop, as does Neil. Neil runs a magazine called Necronomicon, horror magazine. It's amazing. Go get it. And Curious Holland, or Holland, runs Blue Chalice on Etsy. Lots of really lovely witchy stuff and druidy stuff, Celtic inspired stuff. Really lovely bits and pieces. So go and check them out as well. And the podcast that we've done, actually, me and Neil thought we knew a lot about magic. Didn't know anything about druidry, did we, Neil? Do nothing about druidry. So if you want to know about the druids, what Arwen is, the secrets of Arwen and all of that, check out the podcast. The link is just in the live chat. I don't know where it is on your screen. One of those directions. Go and have a look. Right then. So let's start with the tarot reading, shall we? Let's go ahead and open a round. I've got my new magic button, which automatically... I tell you what, shall we have some purple vibes? So let's go purple for the evening. I pressed it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Lovely purple vibes. So then if you would like a reading, go ahead, put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. That will then, I will pick one of those at random. If you want to guarantee your reading, send it via a super chat for any amount, and that will come up on the system automatically. Just in case you missed that, here is a handy dandy video. Okay, Byron's here. Byron, good evening, my darling. Long time no see. We need to hook up for a coffee or something. No, not hook up. We need to meet up for a coffee. That would be good. That would be good. So yes, we need to do that. But yeah, I'm glad you'll be here all evening. That sounds amazing. It really, really does. Oh gosh, I'm going to have lots of... Can you silence WhatsApp on the phone? I don't know how to do it. Right. We're just, if the phone keeps going bingity bongity, it's because the exhibitors group that I was just at is going to go bingity bongity as everybody's going, it was really good, loved it, all of that. So just be aware, if it keeps going bingity bongity, it's not me. I'm not getting secret messages. It's literally just WhatsApp kicking off. Right then, we got loads of questions in. No. My mouth gets me into trouble. No, shut up, Lisa. That sounds wrong as well. You know what I'm trying to say. Right then, let's have a look. Have I even got glasses? Oh, I've got my glasses. I was about to say, oh, and I think it's time these got retired, as when I took them out of my pocket earlier, the lens fell out. So yeah, we are absolutely on the last legs of these specs. Wow, they're so scratched now. Right then, so we're going to go with, I'm closing my eyes and I'm looking directly at you, and we're going with this one. Is this a question? No. Oh, hang on. Right, going again. No. Right, here we go. Oh, hang on. This is where it's really, hang on, you can just pull the top menu and look for a minus sign. Oh, thank you, Holland. I'll do that on the next video bit. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That one. Is this a question? Yes, it is. I'm back. Oh, gosh. I really am pressing the wrong ones. Right. There we are. Now, let me go into my comments. Where is that question? It's just disappeared from my system. There we go. Hit it in star. Press the star button. Fantastic. So, Judy, you are the first cab off the rank tonight. Apologies if this stream is going to be a little bit more manic than usual. I mean, geez, just go with it. But let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Let's bring in the other camera and let's get Wispy up and running tonight. Good evening, Wispy. Oh, let's say up and running. He's been with me all afternoon, bless. There we go. So if you don't know who Wispy is what I call the egregore servitor that I work with to bring me the knowledge through the tarot, if that makes sense. And some people would say spirit guides. I've got dragons, you know, just to be different. Oh, hang on. And we go there. There we go. I've got a new tarot cloth after last week's adventure where I managed to spill about half a cup of coffee all over my cloth. I've had to bring this one out. So, yeah. I think this is now the fourth one that I've wrecked. Not doing so good with tarot cloths. Maybe I should just get like a purple cloth or a series of purple cloths. But yeah, right then, let's have a look. So, Judy, Wispy. Judy would like to know, what do the next few months look like for me? I'm feeling a shift and would love insight. Thank you. No problem, Judy. We'll have a look for you, my darling. Here we go. So then Wispy, I think a lot of people are feeling a shift right now. There does seem to be, do you know what? A friend of mine about 20 years ago, and Neil will tell you, this is how long ago it was. Neil, it was the guy that used to run the juggling shop upstairs from the shop. So he said to me, do you know what? Within 25 years, which we're coming up on, he said, we are going to be shifting. There's going to be an almighty shift towards light workers, and we are going to be needed. And you know what? At no other time, especially with everything happening in the entire world, at no other time in my life have I thought about that quote and what he said more than recently. I do think there is a big shift in energy coming our way. I really do. Right then, so what do the next few months look like? So we'll do, I'll tell you what we'll do. Normally I do a past, present, future or something like that. We'll do like a general card for this month, one for November and one for December. So it'll give you an idea, a rough idea of what's coming, if that's all right, Judy, my darling. So in October, we've got the Knight of Wands. Now, Wands is all about your sense of security, your sense of confidence, how you see yourself. Now, when I say security, I don't mean bricks and mortar security. It is literally how you kind of see yourself on this planet, how you see yourself in this world, and what you see is kind of your place. Now, it did come up reversed, which means there is a shift. And I think you are absolutely right. There is a shift because the night energy is that rebellious teenage energy, as I always say. And that rebellious teenage energy is the sort of thing where, you know, this person, they don't have to, and you don't have to be a teenager, by the way. You can do this at any age, but this person's quite happily skateboarding, doing jumps, not really worrying about it. There's no knee pads, no elbow pads, no helmet. They're just doing it, but they're carrying a flaming torch while they're doing it. So, you know, a bit like your teacher would say in school, don't run with scissors. Maybe don't skateboard when you've got no safety equipment and you're carrying a flaming torch. Probably not a good idea. But this is reversed. So it's saying that for the rest of this month, it feels like how can I put this? It feels like the people around you and the decisions that you're kind of being forced into are going to put you in this position. So I don't think you're doing this willingly. I don't think you're going, sod it, we're just going to skateboard down a skate ramp holding a flaming torch. It's not about that. You're not putting your security at risk yourself, but it's kind of like the events that are happening around you is going to make you feel a little bit insecure and a little bit a little bit, if I say a little bit rebellious, but also a little bit pig-headed, because there's kind of this vibe with this card that it's like, do you know what? I know that sign there says no skateboarding. It's a bit like if you ever grew up on a council estate. I grew up on a council estate, and there were always these signs on the sides of the houses. So you have a row of houses, and you'd have this great big house with this lovely wall, and we'd paint a blooming goal post on it or cricket stumps or whatever. And just above, there'd be this sign saying no ball games. And you're like, but it's perfect. It's perfect. We can play kickball against that wall. It was always a perfect wall for kickball, right? And this is like that. This is saying that. It's like you are going to be going and doing these things that you need to get done, but you're doing it in a way because you're forced into it, if that makes sense. And it's like you're, even though there's a sign that says do not skateboard here, you kind of got no alternative. Like there's no option for you because you need to basically kind of go with the flow at the moment before you go, do you know what, sod it, I need to go my own way. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So in November, oh hang on, I'm on the wrong screen, let me grab my little videos. In November we've got judgment. Now this is one of two things, okay my darling. We've either got judgment for basically judgment for you, so you are being judged somehow, or we've got this element of when the day of reckoning arrives, right? Which hopefully for all of us isn't going to be many, many years down the line. But when that day of reckoning arrives, how do you square the circle? How do you kind of answer for what's going on in your life? How do you make peace with that? And that judgment is harshest when it comes from ourselves, right? So it's not saying that other people are going to be judging you in November, but it's saying that November is going to be a time for you to look at where your life is headed, look at what you're doing, and basically tally it up a little bit and work out, are you being called to light work, whether that's in the psychic realm, healing realm, all of that? Are you being called on a certain path that you're ignoring? Or is it just that there's something that you feel that you need to do? Like you might be a really talented painter, and at the moment you're not doing any painting at all, but actually you could be like the next Van Gogh or the next Picasso, but because you're not doing it, even though you know you've got this talent, you're not expressing that. And that's what this card is talking about for next month. So it's really talking about taking a bit of a look, a long, hard look at yourself, where you're going in your life, where your pattern's headed, and seeing if there is something here that the universe is basically going, look, Judy, you've got all of these skills, all of these abilities. Why aren't you using them? So that's November. December is a good month for you. Because it feels like you go from kind of being pushed into this awkward position, reassessing next month, and then as early as December, you start taking center stage. As early as December, you start feeling the confidence. Now, the Queens are all about confidence with nurturing, right? So they're the really sort of loving, nurturing, caregiving cards. Now, the Queen of Wands, it's like you get Tina Turner vibes, RuPaul vibes, Whitney Houston vibes. These are divas, right? Not in a I demand a dressing room full of puppies kind of way, but in a kind of way of I am going to stand on stage. I am going to hold my space, and I'm going to say what I need to say and do what I need to do. And that comes with a bucket load of confidence. And so I don't think you're going to get there. Like you're not going to be on stage in December, but I think December is when things start to shift for you and that confidence starts coming in. Okay. So just to recap, October, a bit iffy. You need to really kind of go with the flow a little bit. Allow other people to kind of almost nudge you in whatever direction, but be prepared to kind of go and take some risks. Judgment in November. So that's when you need to take a long, hard look. And then confidence starts building again in December. I don't know if that makes any sense, my darling. I hope it does. I'm going to swap back to the other camera. I'm actually going to turn my fan off for the first time in a long time. It's quite chilly. It is quite chilly in here now. So even with my jacket on. So then let's have a look at the live comments. Fantastic. Absolutely. And you've been doing a lot of inner work. There's more to come. There is more to come, and it will start paying off, my darling. It will start paying off. So yeah, there is more inner work and more elemental work to do, but that will start. Basically, let it guide you to what you're called to do, if that makes sense, right? And hopefully that helps. Right then, everybody, let's have a look at the live chat. Byron, you're halfway through the latest podcast with Holland, finding it fascinating as I do all the podcasts. I've got to say, Byron, thank you. I've got to say, both me and Neil were very surprised, and there's a little bit that after we stopped filming, basically there's this whole like 10 minutes where me and Neil are both saying to Holland, I didn't know any of that. Like, I did not know. I genuinely did not know XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. And it's absolutely, it's like a whole new realm has opened up that we're like, oh, I didn't know that. Really, really interesting. Good evening to Kay. How's everyone? Well, I'm all right, Kay. I don't know how everybody else is, but hopefully everybody's doing okay this evening. Oh, no problem, my darling. I hope that helps. Kay, we're about to open up another round, my darling. So how you get a reading on this channel, we don't have an ongoing list. What we do is we say, if you would like a reading, there's 2 ways to get one. In fact, go on, we're going to open up a round now. So whenever we open up a round, this is basically how you get a reading. So if you want a free reading, you basically throw your name in the hat with everybody else. And what you do is you start your question with the word question, put it into the live chat, and I will pick one of those at random. If, however, you want to guarantee your reading is done and it will be done next, all you got to do is send your question via a super chat of any amount, and that will come through, and automatically it gets starred on my system here on the back end and comes up automatically. So you can take your choice, whichever you would prefer. No, that one, thank you. You can take your choice, whichever you would prefer to do, but that's how we do it here. And just in case anybody else missed that, here's another handy dandy video. Yes, indeed. It is quite a quiet evening tonight. The numbers keep jumping all over the place. So yeah, if you would like a reading, just go ahead and pop it into the live chat, or go ahead and send a super chat, whichever you prefer. As I say, if it goes in the live chat, this is probably a good time actually, because there's not many people on with us. So if you are looking for one of the free readings, pop it in the live chat right now, and chances are if you're the only one, then you'll definitely get picked. And if you're one of two, you got a 50-50 chance. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good opportunity right there. My YouTube keeps saying I've got anything from we had 11 on a second ago, and now it's saying it suddenly dropped down to 4, and now it's saying 2. So I think I've got more than 2 people on. So I don't know what is happening on here. I don't know how many people we've got live. However many people we've got, if you haven't already, please do the YouTubey things and ding your bell. I just love that. That's the Undertaker's noise from WWE when I was a kid. So I absolutely love that. But go ahead, ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you whenever I upload a video or whenever I go live. It really has gone. Hang on, let me just check whether I'm still on the stream. It says 8 people on your end, Neil. Mine says 3. Something is definitely not right with YouTube. Oh, hang on. Nope, mine says 3. Something is definitely not right. Good evening, Patricia, my darling. I hope you are well. Made it at last. What have you missed? Me just talking about today's event that I did, and you missed a reading already. I know, right? I know. You're seeing 4. There's all sorts of conflicting numbers everywhere. I don't know what is happening. Let me go into the back end on the YouTubes. Hang on. That should be coming up. Oh, my voice is cracking because I've been talking all day. I know, right? Even me. Now it's 5 for Neil as well. Something is not 100% on YouTube's end, I think, but we're just going to go with it. Oh, right. Okay, I've got yours. Yeah, I did fix the title. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was very tiring, Patricia. But bless him. Look, right. Byron, I've got your question. You're the only one in with a question, so I will do yours next, my darling. Patricia, this is how well Rufus knows me, right? He did the event, we set up, he went off to go looking around the local shops. He came back with 2 Costas for me, right? Because he knows how addicted to coffee I am, but also, you know, Costa. And he put this on the table, and I was like, why have you got me another random coffee cup? And then I was like, I mean, I know it's purple. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love it, but why? And he went, look, it's a limited edition Costa coffee cup. And I was like, oh, I haven't even seen that in Leeds. That isn't even come out yet. Like, oh my God. So I got another Costa coffee cup. So yay. I was amazed. I was like, hang on. You're the one that says you've got a load of those at home, Lise. And I'm like, yes. And you've just bought me another one. So yeah. So that means today was amazing. Any day. This is the secret, right? Anybody who ever, whatever the events is, whether it's Christmas, anniversaries, anything else, I'm so easy to buy for. Costa. It's like we've just got a Tassimo machine because we got given some Costa Tassimo pods. So I've gone and bought a bloody Tassimo machine so I can have the Costa. I know, right? Supposed to do it the other way around. No, Costa. Not that I'm a Costa addict. They should bloody sponsor me. Anyway, Byron, we're swapping cameras. Hang on. 2 coffees. Yeah, keep that, man. I know, right? I know. He brought me 2. Bearing in mind, I made 2 coffees at 7 o'clock this morning as we were leaving to go to Lytham. So I'd already had a coffee and an energy drink. And then he brought me 2 more coffees, and I've got another one. So it's that 5 coffees and an energy drink today. Today's stream is sponsored by caffeine, as always. Right then, let's go ahead. Where's my button? See, I'm all over the place tonight. I know, right? Everyone's like, well, what's new, Lisa? What's new? This is new, Patricia. Look, I've got a new cloth after I spilt coffee on the last one. So then, Byron, Wispy, our lovely Byron, would like to have a general reading, please. A general reading for Byron over the next few months. Now you're settled in your job. I'm really pleased, Byron. I am really, really pleased that you have got settled there, my friend. I really, really am. I know it was difficult. Whoops, there we go. I know it was difficult at the time. So you've had a card jump. So you've got a clarifying card, and we've got the star reversed. Excuse me. So the star, what is the star as a clarifying card? Well, hang on. Is that level? Just about. So the star, when it's reversed, is talking about stop wishing, start making things happen, right? So the star is a great card in terms of like spirituality and all of these lovely, lovely things. But it's a little bit of a wishing on a star card, right? It's a little bit of, oh, if only this fairy tale was real, if only this, that, and the other. I mean, I'm not saying like, look, it's me naked, it's in my nudes. They're not. But it's basically saying wish and wish and wish and wish, and nothing's going to change, right? But or this way up it's saying wish but make that wish into goals. This way up it's saying stop wishing. Stop bloody wishing your life away. Start planning. If you want to make a change, make a change. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at and make a change. Yeah, that, all of that. And this is what it's talking about, Byron. This is literally saying, look, wishing for a different outcome isn't going to do anything. Like magic works, spells work, all of that, but it works because you are putting plans in place and goals in place. A wish in terms of a goal is fantastic because it's giving you steps to achieve that goal, to get that. Just throwing a penny in the fountain, well, you're just throwing a penny away. You know what I mean? It's not actually doing anything in the mundane world. It might work on a more magical level, but realistically it doesn't, because you're not actually manifesting anything. All you're doing is basically effectively asking the penny to make something happen, and it's not likely. Let's cut your cards. And then we will go with, if you're looking for months, we'll do the same three, the rest of October, November, and December. Okay, interesting. Right, so October, the rest of this month, there's a bit of stability here. Okay, so we're okay. There's a little bit of there's some emotional stability, so which is great, but it can feel a little bit kind of unexciting, if that makes sense. So literally the Four of Cups, you've got a bottle that's been put here into this rather dank dark liquid, a bottle here with a cut flower in, a jar and a teacup, right? Cups. But the four is talking about 4 table legs, 4 chair legs. Things are stable, things are okay, things are going through, you know, every day is ticking over. The only thing with that is emotionally there's no joy. All right, there's no heartbreak either, but you're just plateauing. And so I think October's kind of a time just to take a breath and just let it go. Just let it roll forward and let things happen as they happen. Like, it's not a time for making great big emotional challenges or starting new emotional things. It really is a time this month, for the rest of this month, just to let it slide, get to the end of the month, make changes later. This is just a time of like, keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is working, so just keep doing what you're doing. When we get to November time, there's a quite significant change, because the 10 of Wands, I always say that the 9 is when something is full, the 10 is when it's overflowing. Okay, so this is a little bit of a warning for November and what it's saying. So for me, Wands is all about your sense of security. It's about your sense of confidence, how you see yourself, all of that. The 10 is that confidence overflowing, and that can be interpreted by others as arrogance. And I'm not saying for 1 second that you are arrogant or you're going to come across as arrogant, that you're going to be arrogant. It's just what is it they say? A little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. Sometimes a little bit of confidence can be a dangerous thing, because it can make you, how can I put it? It can make you come across to others, if you're not careful, that not just that, okay, I know what I'm doing, things are okay, this is where we're going, everything's settled. It's not that. It can come across as telling other people how to do this or telling other people how to do that. Do you know what I mean? And it's just a little bit of a warning saying, look, it's not, and it's not a huge negative because it's not reversed. So it is literally kind of just make sure you're checking where your confidence is and how that's being perceived. I think that's a really important step, is the perception of others. Now, again, you're not responsible for how they see it and how they perceive it, but by the same token, it's like if you go into a space and you're screaming and shouting and I know this and you're doing this wrong and you're doing that wrong, it's going to get people's backs up. Even though you're completely right, it's still going to get people's backs up. And so November is basically, November's lesson, if you like, is just to be aware of crossing that line from being confident about what you do and how you do it to being arrogant with it. And again, I know you well enough to know that I don't think you are arrogant in any way, shape, or form, but it's not whether you are or not, it's how other people perceive it. Especially if it's linked into this wish idea, this goal setting, because sometimes if you start setting small goals and start achieving them, then you've got this element of ticking them off your sheet, ticking them off that list, and then you're like, oh, I've achieved this, I've achieved that, I've achieved these targets, everything's going great. If other people aren't in that same position as you, it can maybe come across as a bit of showboatmanship. No, showboating. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Showboating. In December for you, we've got the moon. Now, the moon is an interesting card, especially when she's upright, because the moon is talking about, this is the more standard moon. The moon is talking about intuition and connection. And I think whatever happens in November, right, and probably at the end of the month or towards the end of the month, you'll be saying, oh, I know what Lisa meant now, bloody hell. There's going to come a moment where you go from kind of realizing what this is about to then doing some navel searching, to literally like navel gazing and going, oh, what happened? How do we get through? Listen, trust your intuition in December, right? Trust that 100%, especially where it's linked in with these wishes and goals and this idea of moving forward. Be really, really, really careful, because it's like, I don't think for 1 second that you're going to come in like carrying a big stick. That isn't your style. But I think it's easier to be warned about this now than in December have to make apologies for this. Does that make sense? Because this really is reconnecting spiritually, reconnecting with intuition, reconnecting with that inner voice that will basically kind of check. It will check you. Do you know what I mean? It will basically go, hang on, remember what Lisa said, hang on. And it's also the moon and the star are acutely linked. Okay, so they are acutely linked. Because of that, it's like, oh god, my phone, everything's beeping. I do apologize. Because these are so linked, the star is coming in and basically saying these are wishes. This card is saying, how do you turn the goals from the star into action points? What is it you need to do? What is it you need to learn? And this intuition here is about how to I guess manage this perception so that it doesn't kick you in the ass moving forward. Hopefully that makes some sense. I hesitate because I know that you're not arrogant in any way, shape, or form. So I know that this is something that isn't your natural style. So it's not something that you're going to be going, oh yeah, well, you know, do as I say, not as I do. And I don't think that is what you're intending. But there is definitely something here about a miscommunication. And the way you overcome it is literally by reconnecting with that intuition and reconnecting with that sort of element of spirituality that I think a lot of us need. And that will help kind of reset that apple cart a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense, Byron. I really hope it makes sense. But yeah, thank you very much for the question. You've been made permanent. I'm really, really glad that you've been made permanent. I know that it was stressing you out with everything. I really, really, really do. But yeah, I'm glad it's been made permanent. I'm glad that you're able to move forward. And hopefully, my phone is supposed to be on silent. I don't understand why I'm still getting notifications. See? Right. Hang on. Let me turn everything off. Bluetooth, that disconnects it from my phone. That goes to vibrate. Why? Oh no, let's keep that. Right, there we go. And I'm going to shove it over there. Oh, my darling, thank you. Makes perfect sense, and I can relate the 10 of Wands to certain things upcoming in November. So totally accurate, as always. Thank you, my darling, and has given me a lot to work with. Thank you. That's really that. I love it when people give me confirmation, because it just helps me to know that I'm still connecting, if that makes sense. Because sometimes it feels, sometimes when you're doing tarot on the internet, it kind of feels like you're a phone or a tablet trying to find a Wi-Fi connection. Does that make sense? So it can feel like that at times. It's like, is this connection here? Is this actually valid? Okay, Holland, thank you. And yeah, it can be a bit disconcerting, but yeah, thank you for that confirmation. Right then, shall we go on for more readings? I think we should. So then, how would you get a reading on this channel? Again, very simple. If you want to throw your hat, no, throw your name in the hat. Don't throw your hat in the ring. What is it they say about throw the towel in the ring? Throw your hat in the ring. Throw your name in the ring. I don't know what you throw in the ring, but if you want to, someone let me know what you throw in the ring. Oh, it's like my brain's going mixing two different sayings together. Probably is. But if you want to throw your name in the hat for a free reading, go ahead, put your question in the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will then grab one of those at random. If, however, you want to guarantee that your reading is up next, all you need to do is send it via a super chat of any amount, and that will come directly through to me. It will get starred, which means I can read it. And then, yeah, that will be up next. If we get multiple super chats, I will read them as they come in. And then when we're done with those, then we'll open up another round for free readings. Hopefully that made sense. If not, yeah, here is a rather nice little video. Okay, right then, let's have a little look in the chat. By the way, everybody go ahead and do the bongy things. Is that super loud? If you're watching this with headphones in, does that vibrate your teeth? Does it shake the fillings in your mouth? Because to me, I've got quite loud speakers here, and it's really quite loud. It's really quite loud. Anyway, right, let's have a little look. So, throw the hat in the ring. Is that the actual saying? It doesn't sound right. It's a bit like whenever I spell necessary, I know it's 1, 2. So I know it's 1 C, 2 S's. It never looks right to me. It never, ever, ever looks right. But yes, throw the hat in the ring. What does it mean? I don't even know what it means. It doesn't make any sense. Right, let's have a little look-see then. Oh, no worries. Thank you, Byron. Let's have a look. So we're going to scroll all the way up and all the way down and all the way up and all the way down and all the way up and all the way down. We're going to go for this one. Please don't be a Nightbot chat. What's this? Vrinda Sharma. Good evening, Vrinda. Didn't we answer this question last week? Vrinda, I'm sure we answered this last week. Will AJ ever reach out to you in the near future? I'll certainly read for you now, my darling. But if we did do this last week, then it's not going to be any different to the last time you asked, my darling. But I'll certainly have a little look in or see what the cards are saying. So let me just click on here and change the webcam. Why is that coming up? Okay, let me change the webcam over to the card cam. Okay, right then. So right then. Oh, I was about to say, what's that a picture of? It's all my earrings. It's my pile of earrings I've been wearing this week. Pennywise, because of course you're going to wear Pennywise earrings, right? When it gets close to Halloween, of course you are. Right then, Vrinda, my darling, let's have a look for you. So then, Wispy, will AJ reach out to, damn it, will AJ reach out to Vrinda in the near future? They separated a long while back, but Vrinda is still thinking about him. Vrinda is still thinking about AJ. So we need to know, is AJ going to try and reach out? That's what we want to know, Wispy. Is AJ going to be reaching out again towards Vrinda? Is there going to be a chance of reconnecting? Let's have a look. So here we go. La 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 la. Bum 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 bum. Come on, you're going to drop. Oh, delayed drop there. The cards aren't sure, are they? A delayed drop basically means that the cards are just going Right. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. Short answer: no. No, he's not. Nope. Long answer: this is the situation. This is the obstacle. How to overcome it. Right. So, situation: Ace of Pentacles, an unwanted new beginning. So, although this is in the sort of work, career, finances side of things, the way that I look at this card when it comes up in love readings is literally the amount of hard work it takes, and it's not worth it, right? So there's a lot of hard work and a lot of sowing the seeds, watering them, nurturing them, caring for them, watching them grow. All of that takes a lot of effort. And in terms of a relationship, it feels very one-sided, and it feels like that new beginning is coming in because that relationship is over, if that makes sense. So it's, and I don't think you're the one that necessarily chose to walk away. I think it's something that's kind of, I think AJ probably was the one that instigated it ending, or his actions caused you to end it. You know what I mean? It's like, this wasn't your decision that you didn't wake up one day and just go, do you know what? I don't want to be with you no more. I'm going to move on. It's like, whatever happened, it's on him, not on you. But that does create this new space in your life. The only issue is, if you're asking whether AJ is coming back in the future, if that's the situation, the answer to it, the obstacle card that we've got, is the 5 of Swords. Swords is trouble and strife, your challenges, your obstacles. And this is literally upheaval. Okay, the 5s are all about upheaval. You can see we've got this sword that's been thrown on the ground, this one that's been thrown on the ground. These other ones are dug into the ground. And then we've got this flag, and this flag is basically, how can I put it? It's like in the oldie medieval type times when people would fight with armies, and, you know, like your army would march up to here with their swords and their, I don't know, are they called pikes? They're pointy sticks. And then the other army would walk up there with their pointy sticks. And then you'd go pointy, 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 stabby, 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 pointy, pointy, pointy. And then afterwards, when it's all died down, and your pointy sticks were sharper than their pointy sticks, so you won. After that, this is kind of what's left. All the weapons are just left, discarded. But the victor puts the flag on. So what this card is saying is that the obstacle is that, look, whatever upheaval was here is still going on. Like this person, AJ, has not changed their position. They haven't changed their ways. They're still in that same cycle, if you like. They're still doing the same things that they were doing. So this upheaval, all this negativity and this like or this gloopy, nasty, horrible emotional feeling is still around them, right? And he therefore is still in that situation. And so I don't think that literally, I don't think he cares enough to reach out, because I think he's too busy caught up in his own stuff at the moment. Do you know what I mean? I think he's caught up too much in all of his own stuff and dealing with his own messes for there to be any way of reaching out. And I think because it was him that kind of messed up, and the relationship ended, he's now off doing something else or someone else, and he's not looking back. He's not thinking about it. He's just gone down that path and away he goes. He's now put it behind him and he's doing all this other stuff with other people. Not other people, but you know what I mean? He's still doing the same sort of BS as before. How you overcome this situation, how you overcome it, again, I think it's going to be a difficult thing for you, because it feels like, I don't know whether you're the one that got heartbroken or you're the one that basically went, look, get out of my life because you've been acting like an absolute idiot. Therefore, get out of my life. I don't want to know you. But it's like, if it's you that ended it and said those words, then you did it because of what he was doing. So ultimately, it's all his response. So when we're looking at overcoming the obstacles here, the Seven of Swords, there's something missing. There's tough choices. So the sevens are all about really hard choices, tough decisions to make. The swords in this case are, again, more trouble and strife, more trouble than it's worth, if you like. And even to the point where, if you can see, we've got these lovely duck egg blue eggs. I don't know whether magpies do lay blue eggs. I'm not sure. I've never looked into it. But you've got these blue eggs. But look, one of them is damaged. So even with this lovely nesting, nurturing, wonderful new, it's still damaged. So basically, innocents are getting caught in the crossfire here. So back to this sort of like pointy stick thing. And I think, to be honest with you, the best way to overcome that is for you just to move on. I don't think there's any way, looking at these three cards, that AJ is going to go, do you know what? Oh my God, I've suddenly realized I made a mistake with Rinda and I really love them and I want to go back with them and live happily ever after and be the amazing, most loving and wonderful person and husband and blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's going to happen, because this card, as much as it is upright, so it gives you a little bit of hope and positivity, it's such a difficult card in terms of overcoming this, that it's literally saying, look, even if you got back into a relationship, look at all the swords. Look where the swords are. They're going through the nest, stabbing and pointing and stabbing and cutting. So even if you were so desperate, so out there that you took him back, even if that happened, it would only lead to more heartache and more difficulty, if that makes sense. So yeah, what I would say, my darling, is look, it's never easy moving on from a relationship, especially if it wasn't, necessarily your choice. If you weren't suddenly going, do you know what, tired of AJ, I'm going to move on to the next one now, bye. If that wasn't what happened and you were reacting to what they did or he walked off or whatever it was, you're better off cutting that cord, letting him go and moving on, because otherwise you're just going to keep coming back to these same hurdles, these same challenges and these same obstacles, and nothing is going to get better, my darling. So I hope that helps. I don't know whether it did or not, and again, this is what I always say to people, is I can never give you the answers that you want. I can only give you the guidance that you need. And that's the thing, is that sometimes it's not an easy thing to hear and it's not an easy thing to deliver. So yeah, hopefully, my darling, that makes sense. Right, let me have a look on the live stream. Oh, no problems, darling. Thank you for clarifying. No problem at all. Yes and yes. Yeah. I think you knew the answer deep down. I think you knew the answer all along. And sometimes the eggs are a greeny blue color. What, on the card or in real life? Okay, didn't know that. But yeah, I think sometimes, like, you know what the answer is going to be even before asking the question, but you just need a little bit of clarity. But yeah, what that does, my darling, is it absolutely frees you up to go, right, get on with my life now. Like, if that's not going to come back, then we'll go off and do my own thing and live happily ever after with somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully that helps, and thank you ever so much for your question. Geo02031, hello, my darling. I'm about to open up a round. Okay, in a second, when I open a round, all you got to do is put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. That's to throw your name in the hat, to throw your hat in the ring. To basically to be in with a chance for a free reading. Or if you want to guarantee that your reading is next, you can send that question via a super chat of any amount, and that will come through to me automatically. So then we're opening a new round as soon as I have. Oh, hang on. As soon I'm not even in the right place on my screen. Hold on a second. Where is it? 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 Oh, I'm going to play this. A little bit of advanced knowledge of what is coming up in 2 weeks' time. Is it 2 weeks' time? No, 2 weeks and 2 weeks and 3 days. Hi, I'm Lisa from Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. Make sure you join my Spooktober special live stream on the 31st of October at 7 p.m. UK time. As well as doing my usual accurate and authentic card readings, I'm also going to be doing a rather spectacular giveaway. So if you would like to be in with a chance of getting some very special treats, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you when I go live. Until then, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll see you on Indeed, Tuesday the 31st of October. If you would like to be in with a chance of winning some lovely treats as a freebie giveaway on this channel, come and join us. Right then, you can see the ticker tape is running at the bottom of the screen, which means it is time. If you would like a tarot reading, put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. I will grab one of those at random. If, however, you want to guarantee that yours is up next, just send a little super chat with the question on of any amount. $500, 5 cents. I don't know. Is cent still a thing? I don't know. Send any amount and that will come through to me automatically, and we'll get you up next, just in case you didn't understand what I said, because sometimes I don't even understand what I say. Here's a handy dandy little video. Right then, okie dokie. Let's click on the doodahs. Sorry, my throat is going. I've been talking for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours today at a live event, and my throat is starting to feel it now. So if I sound like I'm tired, it's just my throat is giving up. I know, right? Lots of people are like, "Oh my God, thank God for that. Shut up." My other half's going to be dead pleased when I wake up tomorrow morning and I've got no voice. I'll be like, "You want a coffee? But yeah, anyway, right, let's pick a reading. So we're going up and downy, up and downy, up and downy, up and downy, and clicking on this one. Hang on. Let me hit the start button. I can't see who it is. Flower Beauty. Good evening, Flower Beauty, my darling. Question: what will happen between me and A eventually? Okay. Oh, how far do you mean by eventually? Because we can only see a few months into like what's to come. Let me have a look. We'll see what we can see. And I guess that's all we can see. If that didn't make any sense, Lisa, but you know what I mean. We'll see what we can see and how things are likely to pan out with the information that we've got right now. So then, is this level? Yep, just about. Fantastic. So then, Wispy, my darling. So somebody asked, by the way, in the chat the other day, why I ring the bell and play the wind chimes. So the wind chimes, that's Wispy's thing, because Wispy is the air elemental. So it's like the air blowing through the wind chimes. So that brings Wispy in. Wispy is one of my dragons. If you don't know, there's a whole podcast about it. Check out the podcast feed on my channel. But I ring the bell because the bell cleanses this workspace. It's like a cleansing with sound vibrations. So I know, right? I've always said I'm not very woo-woo about these things, but I do like to cleanse it in between readings because it means it's a little bit more, I guess, more secure for people, if that makes sense. Right then, let's have a look then. So Wispy, Flower Beauty would like to know what will happen between me and not me, but Flower Beauty and A eventually. Okay, so then Wispy, what can we see? So we'll do where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. No, Wispy, one card. Oh dear. I know Wispy's tired. Oh, I'll tell you what I've seen. You know, I've always described Wispy as like if you imagine Falcor from Neverending Story, but made out of like wisps of smoke and steam and things. I've seen somebody made a resin Falcor, and they can do it out of like clear resin with little wispy bits of white in. So it will look like he's made out of like wisps of steam and smoke. So yeah, I think I'm going to be ordering one. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Right then, here we go. So I know small things make me smile, don't they? Here we go. So, oh, I thought it was going to go there then. Interesting. So what are we looking at? Where you are now? Oh, hard work. Working, a lot of hard work. Whatever this is, whatever's happening between you and A, it's a lot of bloody hard work right now, isn't it? A lot of hard work. The 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so you've got the 8 and the 7. This is what you need to know. Don't like that reversal. And then the 5 of Cups coming in for the opportunity. Right. Okay, so Flower Beauty. The 8 of Pentacles in the where you are now. So although Pentacles is often talked about as work, career, finances, I often say that. It's also the grounding energy. So it's that earth energy. And what that means is this is the amount of work, not career, not job, but the amount of effort, the amount of work you're putting into something. Now, the 8s are basically, they're basically a card of the journey is not done yet. So the 8 of Pentacles is literally saying you're having to keep putting loads and loads and loads of energy in. Keep putting loads of energy in. Keep working really hard. Now, I don't know whether you're in a relationship with A, whether that's there, or whether you're trying to be in a relationship with them. But whatever it is, it's like it's taking a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of thoughts, a lot of your day-to-day brain power, if you like, to keep thinking about this and seeing how things move, if that makes sense. And the thing with this is that if that's all well and good, right, and exhausting yourself and running around after A and whatever else is going on is great if they feel the same, right? If they feel the same. If not, then you're kind of putting all this energy into something for no outcome. You know what I mean? There's no joyous celebration at the end of it to show for all your hard work. Now, why I'm saying that is because in the what you need to know, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. In as much as the 8 is the journey and moving towards the 9 and it's starting that whole passage, the 7 is normally something is missing. Okay, so you can see here, we've got this, go with it, because I wish I had one of these in my garden. It's a money bush, right? A pentacle bush. The pentacles, the golden pentacles are growing, even though it says peas, they are actually golden pentacles, right? Forget that it says peas. They're not peas. They're golden pentacles made out of pure gold, pure doubloons they are. But something is missing because this plant is not growing much further than this, right? And actually, although these look like golden pentacles made out of doubloons, when you look really close, they're pumpkins. So something here is missing. So what you need to know, it's like it's come up reversed. And the way I always interpret reversals is that this is external to you, right? So I think that what is missing here is the same amount of effort or that same amount of work that A is bringing. and I don't think they are. I don't think A is bringing that, and it feels really disjointed, because it's like you're running at full speed just to stand still, and they're not giving anything. They are not giving anything. And as much as you're making excuses and trying to kind of, you know, you're not trying to judge and you're not trying to blame and all of this, at the end of the day, they're just not in it in the same way you are. So whether that's a friendship, a relationship, a work connection, whatever the connection is with A, it's like you're putting a lot more into this relationship than A is, and therefore you're getting a lot less less out of it than you're putting in, whereas A's getting all the treats. Do you know what I mean? Like if we're talking about Halloween, you're getting all the tricks, A's getting all the treats, but you're doing all the work. There's kind of a misbalance there. And then the opportunity that we've got now, this is really a weird card, because the Five of Cups, if it was this way up, right, the Five of Cups is saying, look, yes, things might be a bit broken. So you can see these 5 cups here across the house. So you've got these 3 here. One is a soda can that's rusted and broken. One is a broken bottle, and one is an upside down tin mug, if you like, but that's poured all of its liquids out because it's upside down. So that's empty. There was an empty mug. So these 3 are broken or empty. However, you've got a cup of tea there with a tea bag in it, and you've got a glass of water. So there are still 2 cups here that are viable, still 2 drinks, everything's still going on, everything's still valid, right? There's hope. But this is reversed. And what this is saying is, look, as an opportunity, right, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Whoever A is, whatever they mean to you, if things have gone down a particularly bad slope, if things have not gone the way that, you know, you've put all this effort in and got very little out of it, stop giving the benefit of the doubt, if that makes sense. Because this black emotions, anytime you see water on a deck, it's talking about emotions, right? So again, this way up, it's very deep and dark, but we've got a bit of life growing either side. We've got these plants growing. There's still some hope. When it's reversed, it's literally like, yeah, there's some flowers growing, but that water is not safe. This is not a good situation. And this is basically saying, look, at the end of the day, you could accept, right? You could accept that A is going to always be the same as they've been. They're only ever going to give what they've already given, and they're never going to change that. And if you accept that, you also have to accept that you are going to do the bulk of the work, right? You are going to be absolutely working your sweet little backside off to keep working, keep putting all this effort in for absolutely no comeback, just because it's better than nothing. And that's what this card is. And it's basically saying, look, the opportunity here is to realize that this is that imbalance, and it's not going to shift, because I think it's been going on for a while, and it feels like, although these aren't major arcana cards, it feels like there comes a time where you go, do you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm knackered. I'm tired. I need a rest. I need a vacation. I need some time off. But the minute you take time off, A doesn't get what they have come to rely on, and then A kicks off. So actually, do you know what? You're better off without. I don't know if that makes sense, Flower Beauty. I hope it does, my darling. But that is going to be your reading for today, my darling. I hope it helps. It does feel very much like whatever type of connection you've got with A, whether it's a romantic connection. Oh no, hang on, I'm on the wrong. I just clicked on the wrong button. Whether it's a romantic connection, whether it's a work connection, whether it's friendship, family, whatever it is, it absolutely feels like you can keep banging your head against a brick wall, but it's not going to change anything. Sorry, I keep bashing the microphone. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to create any differences. And there eventually has to come a time where you say, do you know what? I'm done. I'm out. So yeah, Hopefully, my darling, that helps. I really, really, really do. Right. It is getting close to me calling time. I know it's really early and I'm probably going to do one more reading. But as you can probably hear, my voice is giving out and my throat is actually starting to hurt because I've been talking all day, literally since 7 o'clock this morning, and talking to Rufus, my other half, on the way to Lytham, doing a lot of readings in Lytham and then keep chatting on the way back because I was like, if I fall asleep, I'm going to be asleep. And now I'm doing readings here. So yeah, I think we're going to call it after this next reading. I'll call time. So this is going to be the last one tonight. Don't forget though, I'm back on. Hang on, I'm back on. I forgot what day it was. I'm back on. I had to literally look on the screen and go, oh yeah, Sunday. I'm back on Tuesday at 7 p.m. UK time. So make sure you ding that bell and come and find me next Tuesday. In fact, every Tuesday and Sunday here on the interwebs. You can always go to the website as well, which is beyondauthentic.co.uk. Lots of details on there about where I'm going to be in person, what I'm doing, what events I'm going to, but also you can book one-to-one video readings on there as well. And also it'll tell you, I think it tells you there about the YouTube schedule, but it's every Tuesday and every Sunday. Anyway, for the last time then, let's go ahead and sorry, my voice really is starting to crack. Let's go ahead and open up another round. So if you would like a reading, the last one tonight, if you want to throw your hat in the ring, I'm thinking boxers. Boxers don't wear hats. Wrestlers don't wear hats. So why would you throw a hat in a ring? I'm gonna have to look at what this name is. It doesn't make any sense to me. But if you want to throw your name in the hat to get picked for the last free reading, then go ahead, put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. If, however, you want to guarantee that yours is up next, the last one today, send it as a super chat. It's the only way to guarantee that you get that last slot tonight. If we get more than one person super chatting, then I will honor those super chats and we'll do as many as it takes to get through the super chats before we end tonight. But apart from that, this is going to be the last reading. Okay, just in case you didn't get that, in case my croaky throat in case my croaky throat is hurting your ears and you didn't listen to a word I just said, here's a handy dandy little video for the last time tonight. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've got oh, that's what I was going to tell everybody as well. I've got misophonia, so people slurping and drinking absolutely sends me off the wall bonkers with rage, right? I've got these little earbud things. They're called Karma. They work amazing. They are amazing, amazing, amazing. Sat on the sofa next to Rufus while he's eating. I don't want to punch him in the head. Amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. Absolutely worth the £20. Absolutely. Anyway, right, there's some questions. Not that anybody needs to know that, but in case you're one of the 20% of people that suffer from misophonia or misophonia, if you do, these things that are advertised all over Facebook and YouTube and things, Karma, are amazing. They are amazing. Totally recommend. Oh, thank you, Holland. A couple of questions were repeated, which is why you've hidden the duplicates. Thank you, Holland. That's lovely. I didn't even see. Right then. So we're going to scrolly up and down. And hopefully this is not a moderator. Oh, hang on. I can't see. Hang on. Blue. There we go. Oh, hang on. I've lost it. I can't see it on the little white screen there. GO02031. What energies are around me in the upcoming weeks, and what is the tarot message for me? Fantastic. We'll get to that, my darling. Let me take the ticker tape off. So then this is going to be the last reading tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining. Go. You can still stay if you want and listen and interact down in the chat, but do also put in your diary Halloween night on this channel, 7 p.m. till 9. there's going to be some giveaways, and they are good giveaways. Good giveaways. So make sure you're around for that. And I will be reminding you, there's a little short on the channel as well now, by the way, to go and click on. So you can go and see that in there as well. Is that straight? There we go. Nope. Always move it the wrong way, Lise. That's good. Right then, Wispy, for the last time tonight, my darling, thank you, Wispy, for being with me all day today. I know you're feeling a bit knackered as well. So then, Geo02031. I'm just going to call them Geo, Wispy. So Geo wants to know what energies are around Geo in the upcoming weeks, and what is the tarot message for them? That's what we want to know. So what is the energy that is surrounding them? And then what is going to be the tarot message? So this is the last one tonight, Wispy, and then you get to sleep, my darling. You get to sleep. You get to go and chill with the other dragons, and you get to rest your amazing, amazing head and those connections we get with the Akashic records. So yeah. Right then, let's cut the cards for the last time tonight. Oh, can you see? Oh, they're not sure. Oh, it didn't drop. They thought about it. That card was going to drop, and then you saw it started to split, and then it stopped. Okay, we might have to look at that in a second. It's whatever's on the bottom. So we might have to look at that. If we need to clarify anything, we might have to look at that. So then let's have a look. So the energies that are around you at the moment, we'll do the situation at the moment, the obstacle, and then how to overcome. So this is going to be the message, okay? So the situation at the moment, oh, 2 of Wands reversed. The obstacle is the Hermit, really? Okay. And the High Priestess, right? Okay, so then Geo, I tell you what, we're going to look at that one now. Justice, right, okay. So this didn't fall, but it's connected with this, because this was going to fall. So interesting that justice was coming up. So there's something happening here that you kind of, I think you're already aware of, but justice is bringing this idea of, maybe there's a legal thing. Maybe there's some sense of injustice going on. It's not enough right now for the card to pop. It's not enough right now for Wispy to drag that one out. But the fact that it was going on a drop is like, isn't it? So there's something here about an injustice, or something here about a legal matter, just to be aware on the outskirts. So then the situation that you've got at the moment, we've got the 2 of Wands. Wands, as I always say, is about your sense of security. Now, some readers will say bricks and mortar. It's not your bricks, it's not your home, but it's your sense of self. It's your home inside your head, if you like who you are, where you are, what you're doing, what you are, where you are, who you are, all of these things about what make you you. Now, the 2 is dealing with either a couple or friends, family members. There's a connection here with somebody else, but this connection is reversed, which means either there's been a breakdown in communication, or there's been the parting of a friendship, or the separation of a relationship. Okay, and that can be really difficult to go through. Hang on one second. There we go. And that can be really difficult to actually experience, that kind of separation, especially when you would think these 2 things go really well together, right? The match and the candle. Well, of course they work really well together, don't they? Well, no, because for the candle to be lit, you've got to strike the match, and once the match is struck, it's a dead match. So you know what I mean? It's like there's an imbalance here in whatever this relationship is, whatever this chemistry is. There is an absolute imbalance. There is something here where it's like one person took all the priority and the other person's needs were never met. And so it ended up just being this sort of this disconnected separation that's happened. And that's the situation where you are now. Now, again, Wands is to do with your security. So it could be family, it could be friends, it could be whatever that connection is for you. It could even be a work matter, although I don't think it is. It feels much more on the best friend relationshipy type sister family type vibe. There's that sort of bond. Okay, now where we're looking at the obstacle, hang on, I thought I was on the right place. No, the obstacle is the Hermit. Now the traditional Hermit has got a lot more of this lantern. Now this Hermit has the lantern, but the lantern here is a metaphysical one. So the Hermit is always about trying to shine a light in dark places. Okay, 1 second, sorry, I've got a cough. Oh, I do apologize. So the Hermit is about looking for answers, looking for truth, doing that soul searching that some of us need to do in life, where we literally take ourselves off on our own little fact finding path and we go and discover ourselves. And that's what the Hermit is all about. This lantern is shining that light in all those dark places. Sorry, my throat is really giving out. Now the thing about the Hermit is that the Hermit itself is quite a lonely position to be in, right? It's important, and it's important that if you need to discover who you are and what you are and all of that, it's really important that you do it. But it's really tough because it is something that you can only do alone. You can't go and search for yourself whilst you're in a relationship or whilst you're identifying as, you know, somebody's best friend. Like you can go off and do a year of backpacking around the world and then come back and pick up that friendship, but you kind of can't be, you know, there for someone, dealing with their shit and their problems and helping them whilst you're also backpacking around, you know, around the world, discovering the important things for you. It's like you can't do both. And so that's why this is the situation. That's why this is an obstacle. So although it's a good thing for you to do, although it's the right thing for you to do, it's still going to cause some issues in terms of whatever this connection is. Okay, and that's something that there's literally no way round. If you're going to go on this path of self-discovery, you're going to find things out about yourself that change your perspective, that change, you know, how you see the world yourself, and that's going to impact how you interact with other people. And you can kind of only do that when you're doing that by yourself, because some of these long, cold, dark nights where you are literally gazing into the darkness of your soul, or whatever it is, or however people put it, and people have written about this much more poetically than I can ever say, but whilst you're doing that, you are going to discover certain parts of yourself that you absolutely adore, certain parts of yourself that you absolutely hate, all of this stuff that you are going to need to make peace with. And that's a solo journey. That's what the Hermit is all about. And the way to overcome this obstacle, you've got the High Priestess. Okay, now the High Priestess is somebody who is very spiritual, very interconnected, but ultimately somebody who determines what you do, right? So the High Priestess, yes, she's a spiritual person, and yes, she's got this connectivity. We've got the moons here, this idea of cycles, we've got the tarot or the Torah. There's lots of things about this that connect. You've got the light and the dark pillars, and she literally is a liminal character standing between the light and the dark. So you've got this high energy here, this High Priestess energy, which is fantastic, but it doesn't really alter the fact that this is a journey that only you can go on, right? And although it's saying you could go on this journey into your own spirituality, right? So you will connect with spirit, you will connect with, you know, deities or whatever it is that you believe in, however it is that you need to go down this path, you will connect with that, you will have that journey, but ultimately it's still a journey that you can only go on by yourself. So even though this is saying about overcoming that hermit and that loneliness, it's like yes, you can go and find yourself living in a kibbutz. You could go and find yourself living in an ashram, or go and find yourself working in a cooperative farm somewhere, or just go and find yourself, you know, by staying where you are and doing what you're doing, but just doing lots of meditation. But again, all of that is solo work, right? And this connection with whoever this person is, that is kind of going to end up not disappearing, but kind of being put on a back burner while you do this. And this is the important journey for you. Okay, whether that leads to a spiritual connection like light working, and you find yourself being called to be a healer, or you know, psychic, or anything like that, whether it's, you know, ending up going back into organized religion and a church, or whatever that means for you, whatever this higher spiritual connection is, that is a journey for you and you alone. And it's kind of something that you have to make peace with, because it doesn't feel like you can take this person with you. And hopefully, Geo02031, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, that is going to be your message. And that is, when we're looking at the energies around you, I think it almost feels right. Hang on, let me swap cameras. It almost feels like the universe has been knocking on your door for a while and you've kind of ignored it, right? So I don't know whether that means that you've got a psychic energy, some connection, whether you've got a calling into, you know, priesthood or nunnery or whatever it is, like, but there's something here that you feel that is kind of, that's my path, and you're not doing it. And it may well be that at the moment you don't know what your path is leading towards, and you don't know where that end goal is. You just know you're on this path right now. And that's what that hermit journey is about. It's about discovering how you go from where you've been, where you're going at the moment, to where you should be going, if that makes sense. And where is the right path for you? Because it really does feel like that calling is coming knocking. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense, my darling. I really, really hope it does. But that is going to be your question for tonight. Let me go back into the live chat. My voice, I do apologize, everybody. Oh, hang on, I've got my glasses on again because I'm getting old. Yes, thank you. Very interesting. Lots of very interesting points and food for thought. Wow. I'm glad I can help, my darling. I am really, really glad I can help. And this is why when I talk about accurate and authentic, it's like a lot of times with tarot, like, you know this. Do you know what I mean? You already have this inkling. You already have this knowledge. How the tarot works for me is that it's literally, it's like the dragons are getting this connection, and basically it's almost like they're reading what it is that you are telling yourself and the messages that you need to hear, and then they pass that through the cards, and then I go, this is what the cards mean, and what I'm actually doing is repeating in a different way your own inner thoughts. But obviously I've got no direct connection with you. It comes through my dragons and it comes through the Akashic records. How it works, I don't know. I've got no way of knowing. All I know is, for a lot of the people I read for today, a lot of people have literally had, oh my God, moments. So if that helps for you, my darling, then thank you ever so much for being here. You can always, same with everybody on the live, you can always support the channel over here with the memberships. Members get access to, normally there'd be a pre-live on at 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening. We weren't able to do that today because obviously I was traveling back, but there's normally a pre-live live where we do some readings, we talk about cards. Sometimes the members choose the cards for me from the various decks. We just have a general chit chat. It's all sorts. It's a lovely, lovely vibe. Sometimes we will do, you know, one of the members will say, can I have a reading? And we'll end up doing a deep, intense reading, like a 10-card reading for them. It completely varies on the days. You also get access to all of the videos at least a day early. I think, actually, oh, I'm on the YouTubes. What is the next? Hang on. What is the next video scheduled for tomorrow for my spookies? Hang on. It's tomorrow the 16th. Oh, it is. The Trick or Treat Tarot is up tomorrow. It's a really good deck. It's a lovely, lovely deck. It's really, really cool. That video is coming up tomorrow. What time did I put it for? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me. But ding your dinger, dong your bell. There we go. It's very loud. Ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you once that does go live. It's a really cool deck, actually. Perfect for spooky season Halloween. And then I've now filmed and I'm just finishing editing the last of the 5 Spooktober videos for every Monday in October, releasing a new tarot or oracle card deck, doing a full review. That's coming up tomorrow on the main channel. Everybody that's a member has had that for a few days. And yeah, that is going to be it. Go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Don't forget, I am back on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. UK time. Hopefully, I will have slept before then. Hopefully, I will have slept before then. And don't forget, the first proper giveaway on this channel since we basically, well, since we hit 1,000, but also since it changed from being a makeup channel 100 years ago, the first proper giveaway is coming up this. No, it's not coming up this Tuesday. It's coming up on Tuesday the 31st on Halloween night itself. So do make sure you put that in your diary, 7 p.m. UK time. And with that, everybody, I'm going to play this. And I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me tonight. And hopefully I'll see you all again very soon. Hi, I'm Lisa from Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. Make sure you join my Spooktober special live stream on the 31st of October at 7 p.m. UK time. As well as doing my usual accurate and authentic card readings, I'm also going to be doing a rather spectacular giveaway. So if you would like to be in with a chance of getting some very special treats, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you when I go live. Until then, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll see you on Halloween night. Yes, indeed, I will see you on Halloween night. Thank you ever so much for being here, everybody. And most of all, I've got to say thank you to the amazing moderators. I could not run this channel without them. They are the most amazing bunch of people. I love them, every single one of them, absolutely dearly. They are my very close circle of friends, and I love them to bits. So thank you, mods. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, that's it. We'll see you all again very soon. Don't forget to dong that bell, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.